source for business, economy, and development insight that drive nations forward. From the vibrant streets of Lagos, Africa's fastest economic hub, Souq News takes you on a journey of discovery, analyzing and reporting the facts that lay the foundation for growth and development. We don't just report the news, we create it. Souq News is more than a channel. It is a catalyst for change, spotlighting the stories that shape economies, inspire entrepreneurs, and fuel progress. Covering business, finance, technology, energy, and many more, Souq News provides a daily deep dive into the stories that matter, interviews with industry titans, and analysis that empowers your understanding of economic landscape. Join us daily as we dissect, discuss, and deliver the most relevant and factual news on business and the economy. Souq News is your trusted guide, empowering you with the knowledge to make informed decisions.
My name is Yinka Babalola.
My name is Ijoma Pelokoro.
My name is Joshua Hassan.
I am Rotarian or Sunday Lawson.
It's Ife Yunwarita Ejeze. My friends call me Ife.
My name is Rotarian Lola Dare.
I'm inviting you to keep watching Souq News. It's the right station to tune to.
I like Souq News. Souq News is good.
I want to charge you all to listen to Souq News, watch the news.
You can have unlimited news first time.
Find Souq News. Be with Souq News. Never switch off. You are better for it. Souq News is the real thing.
Listen to their coverage and you'll be glad you did.
Turn to your YouTube, turn to your Instagram, turn to all your digital channels and look for Souq News.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Please, guys, keep watching
Souq News.
We've got just what you need right here at Femi Wash Media. Call it the Midas Touch, and you wouldn't be wrong. Let us record, produce, mix, and master your audio like nobody does. Reach us on our contact today for the best quality job. We've got just what you need right here at Femi Wash Media. Call it the Midas Touch, and you wouldn't be wrong. Let us record, produce, mix, and master your audio like nobody does. Reach us on our contact today for the best quality job.
My name is Yinka Babalola.
My name is Ijoma Pelokoro.
My name is Joshua Hassan.
I am Rotarian or Sunday Lawson.
It's Ife Yunwarita Ejeze. My friends call me Ife.
My name is Rotarian Lola Dare.
I'm inviting you to keep watching Souq News. It's the right station to tune to.
I like Souq News. Souq News is good.
I want to charge you all to listen to Souq News, watch the news.
You can have unlimited news first time.
Find Souq News. Be with Souq News. Never switch off. You are better for it. Souq News is the real thing.
Listen to their coverage and you'll be glad you did.
Turn to your YouTube, turn to your Instagram, turn to all your digital channels and look for Souq News.
Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Please, guys, keep watching
Souq News.
Good afternoon and welcome to News Hour, where we'll bring you stories from Nigeria and beyond. In the news, Nigeria-Qatar signed deals to deepen ties and boost investment. Lagos working on monthly rent payment. Grassroots football kicks off at Campus Stadium. Oil prices edge up as OPEC Plus extend output cuts. Thank you for joining us. I am Grace Komolafe. Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu has sealed 7 bilateral agreements with the government of Qatar to pave the way for enhanced investment opportunities between the two nations. The agreement, confirmed by President's media and publicity advisor Ajuri Ngelale, encompassed collaboration in education, labor regulations, mining, tourism, and the establishment of a joint business council and cooperation in youth and sport. Speaking at the signing ceremony at the Qatar Presidential Palace, President Tinubu emphasized Nigeria's readiness to attract investors, citing ongoing reforms supporting innovation, investment returns, and multiculturals. His Qatari counterpart, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, while speaking, expressed openness to the government's investment drive, underscoring the importance of follow-up to advance actionable investment opportunity. Additionally, discussions during the bilateral engagement included presentation on Nigeria's mineral resources, particularly lithium, highlighting imminent opportunities for local processing and value addition industry development. Nigeria's Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Dele Alake, has assured Qatari businessmen of Nigeria's identification of an high-grade lithium deposit in the country during a meeting at Sheraton, Doha, Qatar, amid the president's visit. The minister responded to inquiries by Sheikh Shahid Jawad, assuring comprehensive data availability at the Nigerian Geological Survey Agency for potential lithium ventures. He highlighted laboratory-confirmed high-grade lithium samples from Nigeria, underscoring global recognition, encouraging Qatari investors to explore Nigeria's mining potential. Alake emphasized government's investor-friendly policies. Additionally, Vice Chairman of the Qatar Nigerian Chamber of Business, Mohammad Santuraki, highlighted the chamber's role in fostering bilateral relations, noting Nigeria's infrastructural readiness observed during a recent visit to a gold mine in Nasarawa State. The special advisor to the Lagos State Governor on Housing, Barakat Odunuga Bakari, has said that the state is working on the residents to enjoy monthly rentals towards the year and has set aside 5 billion naira to prosecute the scheme. Speaking to journalists in Lagos, Odunuga Bakari stated that the advanced nation's citizens enjoyed monthly tenancy that made living less cumbersome, adding that efforts were on it to materialize in Lagos State very soon. She pointed out that for the scheme to succeed, the cooperation of the landlords and community leaders is imperative. Well-meaning Nigerians within and in diaspora, legal experts, organizations, and other statesmen have intensified their call for restructuring, advocating for a reformation of the political system to instill peace, justice, and fairness among the populace. Their consensus is that the 1999 Constitution has become obsolete and outdated, necessitating a complete redrafting and remarking. Presenting a report on this is Bayo Olaoye.
There have been calls for a return to the parliamentary system of government by some members of the National Assembly, in fact, the House of Representatives. Indeed, a bill by 71 Nigerian lawyers seeking to amend the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria and the introduction of the parliamentary system of government has passed the first reading at the House of Representatives in Abuja. under a presidential system currently in practice, the president is directly voted into power by the electorate, while in a parliamentary system, the legislature elects a prime minister from among members of parliament as head of government. Another significant point of note in the parliamentary system is that there is no clear-cut separation of powers between the executive, the legislature, and the executive, as the ministers are also appointed from the parliament. To those pushing for a return to the British colonial parliamentary system, which was practiced from 1960 to early 1966, and aborted for its poor and unimpressed administration by actors of the system, and for which the Nigerian military struck and ensured greater probity and accountability in the administration of state affairs. Protagonists of the parliamentary system frown at the present two-chamber legislature, that is, the Senate and the House of Representatives, preferring instead a unicameral legislature, which to them is less expensive and less cumbersome. On the other hand, those in favor of the current presidential system of government in practice argue that it ensures checks and balances, as no organ of or arm of government represented by the executive, the legislature, or the judiciary can wield arbitrary powers. But this assertion is neither here nor there, going by the disappointing and uninspiring performance of Nigeria's political landscape in the last 30 years. If anything, the performance of both upper and lower chambers of National Assembly since our presidential democratic experience leaves much to be desired. And for this reason, a third party is not excited at the leverage of governance of state affairs and its sad consequential effects. This group was neither pleased with the austere British parliamentary system nor with what they describe as a bogus, larger-than-life, expensive American presidential system of government. To this group, anything short of a redefinition of the Nigerian state, that is the urgent need to highlight the taproots of the current problems being encountered in Nigeria, cannot be overemphasized. For this reason, they are calling for a holistic approach to remaking a Nigerian constitution and not piecemeal cut and nail amendments about the parliamentary or presidential system. The question that begs for an answer is, why is the current 1999 constitution, even as amended, dubbed fraudulent and unworkable? A legal luminary, former president of Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, and senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, Chief Wole Olanipekun, described the country's constitution as unrealistic, deceptive, and lacking the power to guarantee the security of lives and property. He also stated that the country's constitution could not be amended, saying that the National Assembly had complicated issues with its attempt to amend a document that had no origin or author. The legal luminary was of the view that every functioning nation should have a master plan ingrained in its constitution. He noted, however, that the present constitution that was virtually landing the country in a conundrum in essence and content did not present any honest, genuine, and sincere law. Chief Olanipekun argued that the present constitutional architecture had inspired and aggregated all security outfits in the federal government, which he said did not allow any tier of government to perform its basic responsibilities of protection of life and property of the citizens. He stated that he was not aware of any federal constitution in the world that forbade any state, community, or a group of people in any particular location from having their security outfit, particularly police formations, as the 1999 Constitution forbids such an inalienable right through its section 2141. From the remarks of those I talked with randomly, it is beyond doubt that Nigerians are unequivocal about the need for the unbundling of the present 1999 Constitution and a redraft and restructured state in tandem with true fiscal federalism and devolution of powers, well spelled out between the federal government and federating units. Though, through such a move, the defects in the component structure, which are many in the country, should be adequately addressed to assuage Nigerians who are feeling the heat of bad governance and injustice in the Nigerian political space. Bayo Olaoye, Souq News.
Thank you, Bayo Olaoye, for that report. And moving on, the African Development Bank has allocated $134 million to support Nigeria's agricultural sector, focusing on staple crops like rice, maize, cassava, and soybeans to boost our food production. The bank's president, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina, announced the initiative after visiting the Center for Dryland Agriculture at Bayero University, Kano. The bank aims to assist Nigeria in cultivating 300,000 hectares of rice and maize, 150,000 hectares of cassava, and 50,000 hectares of soybeans for the 2024 planning season. Recognizing the challenges posed by climate change, Additional emphasized the importance of the irrigation and resilience crop varieties, adding that the bank will support the center in becoming a center for healthier prediction and data collection, empowering farmers with timely information. Additionally, the bank plans to foster agricultural innovation among youth through grants and initiatives like Agri-Pitch and Agri-Hacking. Moving on, foreign participation in Nigeria's equities market dropped to 8.15% in January 2024, declining from 13.92% the previous month and 12.76% in January 2023. Total transactions in the Nigerian stock market for January 2024 amounted to 651.52 billion naira, a significant increase from the 343.9 billion naira in the previous month. Foreign portfolio investment was 53.11 billion naira, reflecting the impact of COVID-19 fallout and foreign exchange instability on Nigeria's investment climate. Despite Central Bank of Nigeria reforms, the Naira depreciated by 41% and 21% YTD against the US dollar at official and parallel markets. CBN Governor Yemi Cardoso engaged foreign portfolio investors, outlining reforms and settling FX backlogs of over $2 billion. And Shell Nigeria PLC is set to tackle Nigeria's power challenges by exploring off-grid solar solutions, aiming to provide reliable electricity to areas not connected to the national grid. Africa's largest economy has been grappling with inconsistent power supply, and Shell believes that off-grid solar solutions could offer a decentralized approach. Osage Okumbo, the country chair of Shell companies in Nigeria, announced this strategy at the Nigerian International Energy Summit, emphasizing the need for a holistic approach involving partnerships, technology, and sustainable financing. The move is part of Shell's commitment to playing a crucial role in Africa's energy sector development, with a focus on promoting local content and deploying renewables for off-grid energy sources. The initiative reflects a proactive effort to address energy security and transition challenges while attracting foreign investment. Moving on, Harvard Business School is spotlighting the Tony Elumelu Foundation, TEF, for its outstanding philanthropic efforts. This unique case study, the first of its kind for an African philanthropic organization, was introduced to graduate students in Boston, Massachusetts, exploring ETF's unique strategies in driving positive change and empowerment in communities worldwide. Since its establishment in 2015, ETF's entrepreneurship program has attracted over 1.5 million young Africans and disbursed $100 million to support 20,000 entrepreneurs, creating over 400,000 jobs. Tony Elumelu emphasized at the Massachusetts event that ETF is focusing on economic and hoping that the opportunity for Africa entrepreneurs seeing entrepreneurship as a solution to poverty, youth empowerment, and insecurity. Harvard's recognition underscores ETF's leadership in empowering African entrepreneurs and its significant impact on entrepreneurship in Africa. Moving ahead, the inaugural primary school football tournament on Lagos Island, organized by the Golden Ages Football Organization, will commence next month at Campus Mini Stadium with over 16 teams. This announcement came from Mr. Paul, the chairman of the Golden Ages Organization, during a weekend press conference. Mr. Paul emphasized the importance of identifying, nurturing, and showcasing football talents, especially in light of the country's economic challenges. He highlighted the collaboration of reputable individuals and organizations on Lagos Island to revitalize grassroots football, a facet missing since the 80s and 90s. The competition aims to engage young activity through sports, featuring categories for under 12 boys and girls, under 15 boys and girls, and under 17 clubs. Mr. Paul assured that all arrangements are in place to bring back the excitement of football to Campus Mini Stadium, a historical hub of activity on Lagos Island. Away from Nigeria, the World Bank has stressed the need for the Zimbabwean government to prioritize establishment predictable fiscal and monetary policies to restore confidence in its depreciating currency. Speaking through its regional vice president for Eastern and Southern Africa, Victoria Kwakwa, in an interview, the bank emphasized the need to move away from the central bank's quasi-fiscal operations, which have contributed to instability, adding that the Zimbabwean dollar's rapid depreciation coupled with high inflation reflects a lack of confidence among citizens. Kwakwa highlighted ongoing efforts by the Central Bank and Finance Ministry to stabilize the currency, including considering trying to the exchange rates to gold prices. According to her, the bank remains committed to Zimbabwe's debt clearance process since 2022 and the debt restructuring agreement signed by China and India with Zambia, potentially signaling progress in resolving the latter's default status. Moving on, the Saudi Arabian stock market closed lower yesterday amid anticipation of an OPEC Plus decision on supply agreement for the second quarter, while the Egyptian index saw gain, primarily driven by a surge in Talat's Mustafa Holdings. There was reports last week that OPEC Plus may prolong voluntary oil output cuts to support the market, potentially extending them until the year end. Saudi Arabia's benchmark index fell by 0.6%, influenced by declines in AI Rajhi Bank and Saudi National Bank. Conversely, Egypt's blue chip index rose by 0.3%, propelled by Talat Mustafa Holdings' 8.8% surge following its acquisition of Legacy Hospitality. Amid market movements, Egypt also received $5 billion as part of the Ras Al Hikmah property development deal with the UAE, with another $5 billion tranche expected soon. And now we take a break and return to more stories. Stay with us.
My name is Dr. Rafiu Oladipo.
My name is Baba Jalal Repega.
I'm Reverend Juliet Benite.
I'm Godi Odidi.
My name is Professor Oladokun Sulaiman Olarawaju.
Souq News is on the ground, loading.
Very enlightening, very educative, and entertaining.
Thank you to Souq News.
So I'm happy that Souq TV has come into existence.
I'm happy to be here in the Souq News.
I want to encourage you to subscribe to the channel and keep watching news that makes sense.
As Browning said, one's extension of one's reach should not exceed one's grasp, or what is heaven for. And I think Souq News is doing that.
Africa needs a voice of truth, and Souq News has become one of them. And get ready, get ready, get ready.
And keep watching.
keep watching Souq News.
Keep watching Souq News. It's a place to be.
Keep watching Souq News.
We've got just what you need right here at Femi Wash Media. Call it the Midas touch, and you wouldn't be wrong. Let us record, produce, mix, and master your audio like nobody does. Reach us on our contact today for the best quality job. In the heart of sub-Saharan Africa, where commerce meets progress, welcome to Souq News, your source for business, economy, and development insight that drive nations forward. From the vibrant streets of Lagos, Africa's fastest economic hub, Souq News takes you on a journey of discovery, analyzing and reporting the facts that lay the foundation for growth and development. We don't just report the news, we create it. Souq News is more than a channel. It is a catalyst for change, spotlighting the stories that shape economies, inspire entrepreneurs, and fuel progress. Covering business, finance, technology, energy, and many more, Souq News provides a daily deep dive into the stories that matter, interviews with industry titans, and analysis that empowers your understanding of economic landscape. Join us daily as we dissect, discuss, and deliver the most relevant and factual news on business and the economy. Souq News is your trusted guide, empowering you with the knowledge to make informed decisions.
Thank you for staying with us, and now we return to more stories. Japan's government is contemplating declaring an end to deflation amid a surge in prices. A decision is pending until after annual labor management wage negotiations on March 13, assessing whether they can counterbalance price hikes and considering future price trends. If realized, this move would mark Japan's liberation from deflation, a persistent challenge for over 2 decades, impeding economic growth. Since acknowledging deflation in 2001, Japan has grappled with declining corporate profits, stagnant wages, and subdued consumer spending. The government will evaluate various indicators like consumer prices, unit labor costs, output gap, and GDP deflator to determine the status of deflation. Congressional leaders in U.S. has proposed a legislation that seeks to prohibit China from purchasing oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, SPR, reflecting bipartisan concern over China. Numerous bills addressing competition with the Chinese government have been introduced in Congress. The issue intensified following President Joe Biden's announcement of a 180 million barrel SPR oil sale in 2022 to stabilize gasoline prices amid Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Notably, previous sales included transactions with Chinese entities like Unipec, America, and PetroChina International. With the SPR's inventory nearing 40 years lows due to 2022 sales, a 2021 Senate bill prohibiting SPR oil exports to China passed overwhelmingly as Congress deliberates on the extensive 1,050-page funding bill. The House must vote before the Senate, with legislative action expected before Friday. And moving on, China's parliament is set to unveil moderate stimulus measures amid a stabilizing growth during its annual meeting commencing on Tuesday. Premier Li Qiang is set to outline economic objectives for the year and present his inaugural work report to the National People's Congress (NPC) in the Great Hall of the People, Tiananmen Square. Amid challenging challenges including a property crisis, deflation, stock market turbulence, and escalating local government debt, there is mounting pressure on Chinese leadership to enact decision policy ensuring long-term economic stability. However, analysts and advisors foresee a focus on short-term economic support in the NPC agenda, with expectations for measures to enhance the business environment and promote technological innovation rather than sweeping reforms requiring the Chinese Communist Party's endorsement. Moving ahead, oil prices saw a slight uptick on Monday following the OPEC Plus group's decision to extend output cuts into the second quarter. Brent futures rose by 14 cents to $83 a barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate WTI edged up by 3 cents to $80 a barrel. ANZ analysts attributed the gradual rise in crude prices to tightness in the fiscal market and ongoing output cuts by OPEC+. Russia's unexpected commitment to further reduce its oil output added to market dynamics, widening Brent spreads and indicating expectations of tightening supply. The OPEC Plus decision is expected to reduce production from the group, reinforcing a commitment to maintaining prices above $80 per barrel. Geopolitical tensions continue to influence oil prices, but the OPEC Plus agreement remains a key factor shaping the market. Bitcoin reached a 2-year summit, surpassing $64,000 earlier today and nearing its record level of $68,999.99 from November 2021. The cryptocurrency has surged 50% this year, with a significant increase in trading volume for U.S.-listed Bitcoin funds in recent weeks. The approval of spot Bitcoin exchange-traded fund in the U.S. has attracted new large investors in the 2021 record run. Ethereum, a smaller competitor, also saw a 50% decrease this year, hovering around $3,490, fueled by speculation of potential exchange-traded funds. The crypto rally aligns with soaring stock indexes and decreasing volatility measures, positioning Bitcoin for its best month since 2020. EU Energy Policy Chief Kadri Simpson has stressed the importance of aiding struggling European solar panel manufacturers while maintaining an open-door policy for imports, particularly from China. Amid factory closures in Europe's solar industry, proposals for emergency support from Brazil have surfaced, including potential trade restrictions on inexpensive China import. However, Simpson stressed the necessity of imported solar panels to meet the EU's ambitious climate targets, as most panels deployed in Europe originate from China. Ahead of an energy ministers' meeting, Simpson and EU Industry Commissioner Thierry Breton outlined proposals to address industry challenges, including increased state aid for European manufacturers, implementing solar auctions with high environmental standards, and encouraging commitment to include EU-made products in solar capacity installations. Despite record solar capacity installation in 2023, primarily fueled by Chinese imports, EU leaders seek to bolster domestic solar manufacturing while ensuring progress towards climate goals. And lastly, Tanzania secured victory in the 4th Nadra Cricket Federation NCF Women's T20 International Cricket Tournament played at the Tafawa Balewa Square, TBS, dominating against Sierra Leone, Nigeria and Rwanda. Tanzania's captain Nima led the team to triumph, bouncing back from their sole loss to Rwanda by winning all the remaining games. Saumu Mtae claimed that the top battling sport with 2 or 3 runs, while Perez Zakayo excelled in bowling. Sharing the lead with Rwanda's Rosin Irera, Zakayo was honored as the most valuable player of the series. In the final match, Nigeria displayed a stellar performance against Rwanda, successfully defending their score of 110 runs. Loki stand out battling and Nigerian tight fielding secured a 20-run victory, with Peculiar Agboya named player of the match. And with that, we'll call it a wrap on News Hour. Many thanks for watching. Don't